Thank you all for being here. Give yourselves a round of applause. Every single one of you has been through a year of absolute hell. I have watched in horror as somebody who cares about good functioning government. I've watched in horror as government agency after government agency did not do anything or actually help the gas company. But you know what? We have this teeny little thing you might have heard of called democracy. Yeah. And every single person who's registered by tomorrow night gets to vote. If you know somebody in your life that is not registered, tomorrow is the last day. Go to lavote.net. Get them. The person who registers the most people, we will give a shout out to. You know that there's 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 people in your life that have just ignored the process, but they can't ignore it anymore. Elections matter. It matters who's in office.
That's right.
Yeah,
it
like
matters
you.
who's looking out for you.
Yeah.
Your tax dollars are supposed to protect you. In this case, for the last year, your tax dollars did nothing other than help the gas company.
Yep.
We are going to change that. There's a whole bunch of amazing people running for office that we have to get into office. Henry Stern, where's Henry Stern? Henry Stern for Senate. Make sure you get Henry Stern for Senate. We're right on the border of 2 congressional districts. Brian Cafario is in a very tight race, and if you are in his district, don't just vote. Get all your friends. Tell everybody on Facebook. And then Brad Sherman, who's a Democratic member of Congress and a long-time member of the Porter Ranch community. He needs your vote as well. Right. Christy Smith is running for assembly in a really tight race. She cares about you. She will fight for you. And my name is Darrell Park, and some of you might have seen me at almost every single one of these.
Woo!
Yep.
The very first one.
Every one of you are my family members.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how personally I take this. I have testified, as many of you have, under oath, over and over in front of AQMD. And what's happened? Nothing. So over a year, I've developed a plan of how to shut this down. And I've been working with many of you. It's going to take our members of Congress. It's going to take people putting pressure on the governor. It's going to take changes in the assembly and the way the state does things. It's going to take getting rid of the wrong, there's horrible people on AQMD right now. We'll get rid of those folks. We'll get really thoughtful people on the Energy Commission and the PUC. We are going to change it. We're going to change it every level. I worked in the White House complex for 10 years, and you watch how governments function or don't function. And I cannot tell you how desperately we need to change our government. So please, you feel powerless. It's been a year. You've missed important holidays. You've missed your grandkids. You've missed your families. I get it. The way you get your revenge is through our democracy. The way you get your justice is through our democracy.
Woo!
I need every single one of you to commit on November 8th to take as much of that day off as possible and vote as early as you can. The polls open up at 7. Get there at 7. If you're not already a mail-in ballot holder, get there at 7 and vote. And then every moment that you have available after that, take your friends and family to the polls. Get absolutely as many people to the polls as possible. Because the gas companies and the utilities are gonna not want to see these changes. We are gonna turn the Porter Ranch community into the innovation center for green energy.
Yeah!
Every one of you is gonna have a car paid for indirectly by the gas company. That car does not work on gasoline. That car does not work on natural gas. That car works on energy from the sun. Our sidewalks, our streets, our rooftops are going to be covered in solar. And then when that big earthquake does happen, not only is this already shut down so we don't have to worry about it, but you will have power for the 3 months that it takes to get everything back going. So it's been hard this last year, But if we all do our part and we all vote, we will find ourselves a year from now in a much better situation, with this completely closed down, never opened up again, with monitoring on every single one of your cell phones. So you don't have to wonder what you're smelling. You look at it right away and you know. We can change this, and every one of you has the power to do that. Only time in your life that you have the same power as the richest man in the world is when you walk into that polling place. And so on November 8th, go in there early and go in there proud, and then bring absolutely as many people as you can. So I'm going to give you a little test question. When is the last day to register?
Tomorrow.
How many people are you going to get registered?
Everybody.
Nice.
Who needs registered? I've got them in my car.
Yeah.
Check up with me.
LAvote.net. Everybody say it after me. LAvote.net.
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 LAvote.net. And just one moment of personal privilege. A lot of our friends working in the guardhouses are stuck because they couldn't find other jobs. Let me tell all of them in the loudest voice I can. Right now, go to night school to become a solar installer. You can make $25 an hour. Because I 100% guarantee you your job will not exist a year from now.
Woo! Darrell!
Well, okay, it's October 23rd today, right? On October 28th, I got a phone call from that man right there asking, what can I do? And I said, we're going to have a demonstration on October 30th out here at this center, and you're welcome to join along. And he said, I will be there, and guess what? He showed up!
Woo!
And thank all of you. This is beautiful, because if it hadn't been for Matt Pacuco and Michelle on October 28th getting out in front of the cameras and saying something stinks up there, nobody would have been paying any kind of attention to it.